Hello. Time to get drawing. Over the weekend, I figured out I wanted to try a new way of sketching. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And it involves just a pencil. It's basically the exact same as I've been doing before. But, gotta believe there's something to it. Oh, hello, Mom. Hope you had a nice weekend. I saw the update on your texture pack. It's looking swish. Some of the best metal blocks I've ever seen, like the rusty rivets. Really doing it for me. But yeah, the gist of the idea is to get some tone and texture into the sketch itself by using like a, being a bit more thorough with the sketch, maybe. Sort of the plan. It's untested. I don't know if it works. Grungy textures are always nice. Just gives you something to look at, You can pick out all the little bits and bobs, especially in pixel art. Like, oh, what a great shade of brown. But you can see it isolated. It's always nice. You like the new banner? Oh, thank you. I'm planning to make some more assets. If that's what you call it. Just like a stream overlay, I'm gonna enact my free will and make one for myself. Maybe. We'll see. I finished all my commissions over the weekend, so so I've got some free time before I get some more. Pump the music a bit. Almost done with your clown D&D character. You never told me what class they were. I'm so intrigued. Is it a homebrew clown? sort of banking on these shapes just becoming something. You know, just reaching into my subconscious. Come on, become a character design. You can do it. Then I'm gonna pick one to line up is the idea. Once it looks good. Just trying to hope. That I get what you mean. Using D&D generally to refer to all TTRPGs. But that system sounds, at least the classes sound a bit like Fabula Ultima. That's how they do it in that game as well. Big like Arcanist, Scholar. Although not Scholar because that's TM. Winter glasses? Yeah, similar to Fabula Ultimate. I think there's like, I'm gonna say a random number like 13. But these ones sound... Chord Keeper. Certainly, I cannot pass what that might possibly mean. That makes sense. Keeper of chords, as in like music. Well, I'm on a year-long journey, exploration into RPGs and stuff. Except that I haven't played a single bloody one of them, except besides D&D. You know. My brother runs a 5e campaign with my family, and that's the only one I play. Even though I'm looking at everything I can. I'm looking at swipers. I'm trying to get into the all the discords and stuff where they're doing all the independent stuff. Independent RPGs. But it's so much easier to just play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Rather than convince people to do some nonsense. Or, well, say convince people to do some nonsense, but convince myself to go to the effort of running it, you know. Now you're speaking my language. Is Prism the name of the oh, you just said that. Prism is the system. And is it like hosted by the devs of the system or something like that? Sounds interesting. As long as it's I'm not going to be expected to engage in any meaningful way. you know, if I'm inactive for so long, I get booted. I might look up Prism on the internet. And I'll find the Discord link that way. And then convince myself to join. Okay, this is sort of becoming something slowly. I'm feeling like a big demon hand, really doing some good. It's got sort of like a Hellraiser. I say that because he's got spikes on his head. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's like an open source, not for coding obviously, like a live production. It's the best way I can explain how I'm thinking. Yeah, I'd certainly love to give it a look. Sounds like it will give me ample excuses to draw stuff. Thank you. You gotta give me the rundown though. Am I gonna get in there and they're gonna say like, howdy, do the Discord wampus wave at me? Or am I gonna be able to slip in unnoticed and then make my move when I'm established? Okay. Oh no. Yeah, send me the invite and I'll... Once I've built up the courage, I will join. Oh, how do we want this arm to go? Have I ever played a TTRPG? A handful. Mostly 5th edition. You go ahead. See you in a bit, mob. but mostly just 5th edition and Fabula Ultima. I played one round of Mouse Ritter. one session, where I ran the the default one. What's it called? Honey in the Rafters. That's the one. Is that too comically large? Does that sort of throw the whole image by being silly? Stupid. Disney hand. Mickey Mouse. No, what kind of hand is that? Where's a hand like that? It's Cuphead. Oh no. Is that sort of poker core you know, poker core grabby hand? Oh, I guess like Master Hand from Smash Bros. Probably what I'm thinking of. Okay, and next we add a little bit of color, maybe? We refine the sketch even before going into drawing the lines. Just doing it all backwards. Now we're just putting the cart before the horse. I need to put the lines in before I do any more. Otherwise I'm going to regret it. But something like that. I'm just going to draw directly on top without lowering the opacity. Feeling brave. Although I think if we lose a couple of the lines, that won't be bad. Just so I'm not as distracted with the line art, you know? One worry is that I now get lazy with the line art because so much is done in the sketch. So I just need to stay focused, keep my head in the game. Even if it turns out to be a bunch of garbage, I think it's worth messing around with, trying out new styles. Even if it only shows me what I shouldn't do. I want to give him like a little bit of fabric around his waist, maybe. Now I just need to come up with a nonsense textile pattern. I'm going to consult the bank, consult the textile bank, and I think I'm going to go with crosses. Crosses in a square. Followed by lines. I think I was wanting more of a gauntlet there. Oh well. And what is this big old ball on his hand? Is that just the guard for the fingers? Maybe that doesn't need to be so ludicrously big. It looks kind of stumpy. I don't know. Thinking about joining the prison server. Prism server. It's such a worry thinking about how, first of all, how I'm going to be perceived by people who will see my messages. But also, there's a worry that I'll be seen in like a sort of sociopathic way. Editing my behavior to fit a new environment, you know what I mean? You know, they'll see me like some sort of slime man changing my shape to... As I say hi, using words I've never used before, and expressions I wouldn't usually. Anyone who knows me from anywhere else, like Mop, could see me for the goo person I really am. Hello, hello. Mop, I was just lamenting how disgusting it is when people go to new places. You know, like the social conventions of meeting new people, where you're just like a different version of yourself for like 20 minutes. You know. Like some mercurial demon being possesses your body to make you seem more charming. You know, I'm saying, like, I'm gonna go into that chat and then act like I've got social skills, you know? into that server. I mean, is this not a common problem? It is. You're always charming. You don't have like a... don't have like a Clark Kent alter ego. I guess like a Bruce Wayne alter ego can more easily diffuse into the void, into the crowd. Like when I'm yeah, I try to never say terrible things about people, but when I'm in a new crowd, it's all fair game. I would kill my fellow man to tell a funny story about them. I would throw them under the bus to get one laugh out of a stranger. It's like survival. Just business. I desperately need this relative I'll never meet again to think I'm witty. How'd you like the colours? It's an attempt to do it before, you know, sort of embed it into the sketch rather than just plonk them on as an afterthought. So the downside is that, you know, it's a lot of balls to juggle. I'm trying to think about color composition, you know, add that on top of perspective, character design. I've never tried Paint Tool Sci. Do you know, is it more like Procreate, where the brushes are a bit more sort of organic. I don't know how else to put it. What's Paint Tool Site like? Why would you use Paint Tool Site? Pitch me if you couldn't convince me to get Linux. Try to convince me to get Paint Tool Site. Not, you don't have to. Give me the elevator pitch. Okay. Big fan of UI design. I can appreciate that. Trial doesn't let you save. Holy shit. Imagine living your whole life like that. Your whole career. You just have to do it in one go. Or leave it on forever. Like, can you export and everything? Either way, I think I might be built exactly for that kind of challenge run. When I was a kid, the PS2 memory cards, me and my brother had them, but we just couldn't figure out how to get enough space to play more than 2 games. We had like a hoarding mentality when it came to PlayStation data. Like, we need the Wallace and Gromit and Project Zoo save file. 20% completion. What if we play it again one day? But the upshot was that we had to play so many games just without saving. We'd just leave the PS2 running for, you know, just 3 weeks at a time. We almost beat Simpsons Hit and Run. You know, no turning the turning the PS2 off. Which meant leaving it on overnight, leaving the screen on sometimes overnight, just because the ambience was so nice. You know, the Lisa Simpson level in the sunset downtown place. Who needs ASMR when you got... I don't even know what the place is called anymore. I've forgotten what the Simpson Town? No, what's it called? It's like a Hollywood ripoff. Springville. When you got downtown, sunset, tropical Springville vibes. Oh, those were the times. I don't think I've ever had such good sleep as when I had Bart Simpson's idle phrases playing in the background. actually such a loss to culture that Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo did not get the same critical acclaim as other PS2 games. They didn't do anything to deserve it, you know. It was just like a pretty safe rip-off of the Banjo-Kazooie formula that was so popular at the time. But holy moly, if it wasn't engaging. To a die-hard Aardman fan, specifically. I like the thought behind the new process. It sort of just lends itself to me tracing the thing underneath rather than trying to make interesting line art. You know, I'm not making any choices really. I'm just like doing what's underneath. I'll give it another go. Be a bit more loose with the sketch maybe. A bit less prescriptive, you know. But what the hell is even that? What am I drawing? It's like a headpiece? Not anymore. It's some kind of pilgrim. Dark Souls 3 pilgrim. I guess is what's in my head at the moment. Let's see what comes out. Not that. Not feeling that. Let's go crazy. Just do a big old blob and sort of refine in. Oh, instantly I've decided too early on what I'm doing. I've ruined it. It's already going to be a big man in big armor. Can I make it interesting? Big square man in big square armor? Holding his Helmet. Got a big helmet. He's doing the well, what is it, taunt? No lines yet. I'm thinking like a big up angle. Oh yeah, maybe a big old tail. Out of canvas size though. Damn it. Damn. It's a ludicrous tail. Like a silly Spinosaurus tail. Something like that. What's your idea? Joe, your idea. Dragon in Guyana. Yes. I could just get the dragon tail right. Let's give him a little bit more space. Maybe we'll draw his feet. I'm trying to make this a nicer palette before we start. the impetus for this is kind of... I've been feeling such a time limit on my drawings. Like, there's only so long before I lose interest, and I'm probably not going to do it. I usually can't convince myself to have another try later about refining the sketch or refining the drawing. With these, it really feels like I got to get it in one, you know. But then I want to get more information down than just character standing and facing the screen. I want to complete the hit and run level at least before I move on to the next guy. Okay. Maybe hit that with a little bit of gold. That's too much, too bright. Alright, let's get to it. Dragon in Guyama. I want to really exaggerate the upness of it. So much so that I'm scared to start and put any perspective down that's going to anchor it. Oh, what if it's kind of like, it's got a sash with a Navajo in it. Dragon with a flip knife. I'm simply too big a fan of the sword sticking out to do that, so I'm gonna just give him a little dagger here. Still like interacting with the sash, and that's cool. But it's always such a huge conflict with art and stuff. Trying to decide essentially how much to spend on each each project slash drawing. Because, you know, there's an extent to which the longer you stay on it, the more you lose the initial artistic inspiration. You know, it becomes more and more detached from the source of the joy. Yeah, it depends, because then sometimes the longer you spend on it, the more time it has to develop and mature. It becomes something you know attach your life to. It's the case of some creators. Yeah, same man, I got too many projects. I started back up with the comic me and my friend were working on, that I had like sort of dropped a while back. And it's really nice to have something that you know, you can compound the ideas with on. Like each time I draw the characters, I feel like they're more fleshed out. But then at the same time, it's sort of, I don't know, there's like a hurdle of, they are the ideas that aren't the characters feel less fresh each time I revisit them, you know. Like when I was starting, I was like drawing all these concept art character designs for all the other NPCs, and now it's kind of turned into like busy work. I'll just do the panels. I'll just draw the panels and that's it. You know what I mean? I so quickly let it become a job versus an artistic endeavor. There's a perfect middle ground somewhere. I think the other thing is that since it's collaborative work, whenever there's something that is even slightly deviating from, you know, essentially what I think is cool, what I think should happen with the such and such design, I'm like, yawn. I don't know. I just it's like, it's over. Sorry, we're done here. The project simply cannot exist as it is. But obviously, rather than try to come to some kind of compromise, I'll just not say anything and stew. simply the worst behavior of, of an artistic collaboration. I know what you mean, Mop. The absolutely infuriating part about it is that the times I've gone back and looked at the things that I've, you know, conceded on, I've agreed to change and whatnot, I'm like, yeah, what was I thinking? That looks so stupid. Why is this character's face shaped like a freaking banana? It makes sense what they were saying back then. But I was so sure. I am, however, not sure how to draw this helmet. I think he wants to be darker. As in, sorry, more contrasted with the rest of it. Which means I've got to put the visor further down. And draw the hand. Ooh. How do I draw the hand? How do I draw the hand? Dragon hand, okay. Maybe it's like clawing at it. It's like barely posable. Still on a little plume here. But that was good design. It's got sort of a Mediterranean medieval fantasy going on at the moment. I think I just said that because of the colours, more so than anything. I just wanted to say something that sounded like I knew about historical art. Arms and armour. Yeah, I'd place this at about 600 AD? No, surely not, because of the plating is much more representative of armoring techniques of the Renaissance. I want this dude to look sick. I want him to have a cool head. I love this level. Or maybe I give him a stupid, like, ball sack chin. Whatever this is. I think that makes a cool silhouette, but he looks so silly. Or just cheat and give him big horns. That's what I always do when I can't decide how to do the make the head look cool. Just give him big distracting horns. I'm attached to him now. Too much. Putting in little mohawk spikes. Just insanely impractical pauldrons. cauldrons, yeah, they are important. They are, you know, when they made the Dragonborns, D&D, whoever decided the, you know, the design architecture, the fundamental designs of Dragon Warriors is that they need big chest. Otherwise, is it really even, you know, what even is it anymore? Okay, what are we doing with the arm? This is absolutely too small. Forward. Not wrong. I'm feeling like a big Monster Hunter longsword katana. Coming right down like a walking stick. Or it has a dragon hand. What was I thinking? Not drawing a sword. What was I was about to just draw his arm in his taunting pose. I would have never forgiven myself. Ooh. I want to get the knobbliness of his hand right. Little gnarled dragon hand. big raptor talons. Awkwardly at angle. Maybe? We'll draw the sword in. That's the more important bit. First I'm gonna grab a drink of water though. I need full function to draw this sword. Be right back. Back. Alright. I've got about 100 hours staring at katanas on a DS screen for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Just have to channel it. Now I'm going to accidentally draw it and have it in the 3D stereoscopic view or whatever. It is not doing it for me. Just get rid of it. Something crazy. Something dragon-like. Wouldn't even fit in the scabbard typist thing. Construction doesn't even make sense, kind of thing. Although I bet I could get a cool leather texture on it if I put my mind to it. What does leather look like? Like the cracked sort of, yeah, old worn leather. You just draw sort of like a spidery squares? Let's see. Sort of like the same look as when an oil painting starts to erode, I guess. Except it's got big highlights on it. Sort of. I think I went too dotty. Too much stippling. I also think I should do it higher up if the tail's going to be there. Being forward thinking. Kinda like that. Doesn't so much look like leather, but as long as it's got a texture, I think it will work. Human skin, holy shit. Maybe. A real dry, hairy guy made a sword here. That's kind of gross. That's vile. It's certainly intriguing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. He's like sort of gripping it in an uncomfortable way, and maybe like bulges around his grip. Not bulges like that, like, you know what I mean. Like it's got fat. Neckbeard Slayer. Kind of like clawing it. I don't know what I think about the shoulder cape. Just draw a sort of gnarly mottled arm. I'll tell you what, the texturing in Silent Hill F, there's like one specific model in Silent Hill F, the fox arm, which will make sense, I guess, if you've seen it. But it's so, it has so changed my, you know, it sits so prominently in my head as like a gold standard for texturing. I think it has permanently changed my art style. It was so good. Even though it, in and of itself, is kind of just a improvement on like the, you know, From Software skinny, hairy arms. Skinny, hairy, beefy arms. They must have had like a really good elderly workman, elderly fisherman, whose arms they modelled it off of. I gotta say, I haven't played it either. I just watched someone play it on YouTube. Pretty much every night I watch Scary Game Squad with Jesse Cox. Some of the horror game playing YouTube channel. It's so comforting. I wanted to do something crazy with this arm, but it's coming back to bite me. I can't get it to sit right. Maybe I'll just do what I freaking sketched at the start and just like some ambiguous silk sleeve. I gotta wrap him up soon. It's starting to get hungry. This new method of sketching, I feel like it could be faster. I feel like it could give some really dynamic, you know, underpaintings. But it's gonna need some more time to mess around with. You made a Silent Hill horror game? Oh yeah, I saw the little bunny guy. I'd play it if I ever played video games. Anymore. Tell you what I have been cracking out though. All this yeah, old school talk, traditional RPGs, JRPGs, Legend of Zelda N64 style games. We're playing Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer on the DS. What a blast. What a game. I like Animal Crossing too. They just released a new update, but I wouldn't know. I haven't got a Switch, the Switch version. I've just been building little classrooms. Putting little fishes in people's apartments. There's so much left to do for the line art. Go eat, Bob. When I say I need to go do stuff, what I really mean is I need to go design a home in Animal Crossing. Desperately. Thank you for watching, Mob. Enjoy your food. And check back next time once I've completely nailed this new way of sketching. I guess it would make sense for a dragon with a big tail to have tassets, like on the side and stuff to protect it. That seems like a historical low fantasy mindset. It's sort of a clashing of styles though, with like the sash on top of the plate metal. Next to the, like, very Dark Souls 1 style Iron Golem torso. I think I need to lose a little bit of detail over here. Need to lose all what I spent the last 5 minutes drawing. The greater good. And I think that's a spike. Or should I just make that metal? I think I'm going to make that metal, as if he's got like a articulated plated tail. I think that would be cool. Sort of like a salad for your tail. And then whatever this weird Spinosaurus mess is going on over here. And then give them digitigrade legs, but not like that. He looks like he's standing all coy. I guess he's mid-stride. The reverse legs are cool when you give them spikes. The reverse legs do not look like DeviantArt legs when you give them spikes. Kind of are hooves though. They kind of are hooves. Even like, it's like a demon. He's like some kind of demon. Demon of the Sands. I suppose he does need a second leg though. And a second sword, obviously. I don't like that actually. It's not right. I think it has to stick out of the silhouette of the sword. And not look like a... Okay, I can't do the droop sword, it looks too much like a... too suspicious. Absolute nonsense sword. Ah no, it's too silly. Too unusable. I like the long ones. That fits a bit better, I reckon. Then we just zhuzh up the pommel a bit. He's kind of top heavy. Maybe if you play into that a bit, like shrink his legs down. That looks so silly, so stupid. Okay, last quick layer of painting. I'm calling him done. I think we'll start off painting underneath the sketch. Oh, no, paint over the top, and then whatever shows through, shows through. I'm not huge on the colouring, actually. I'm not huge on it. Look, it's too much. I feel like it's too much. Too many colours going on. No clarity. Is there a colour I can put behind this to make it instantly work? It might not be. I like that effect there. So we'll just fiddle with the line out transparency and then call it done. That's not it. Leave as is. Okay. That'll do. Clean up the masks, then done. Then done for real. Or actual. Scanning for errors. I think that's it. Alright. Oh no, I bet it would be nice to have a big pop of color right here. Then offset. Maybe I want to do the same for the sash. Oh, that's madness. Madness. Okay. It's finished. Except it probably does want to color to the teeth. Like that. And then I've got to texture the little skin bits because I said I would do it earlier. The rest we're leaving like that. I swear. Okay, finished. Thank you for watching. See you next time.